Hello, this is Lori Mariachi with iHeartTeachers.org, and I'm here today to share with you a brief overview on researching your prospective schools online when searching for your first teaching job. So, we're going to start the same way everybody does. We're going to Google our target school, which is Tampa Bay Technical High School for this example, and we're going to see here that we're going to see a brief infographic here. Now, this first result, I happen to know because this was my school, is the official website for the school, but you may or may not know that and you don't want to get tripped up. So I'm going to recommend for that and some other reasons that I'm about to go over that you go through the county. And this school district, K-12 state US, tells me that this is a county site and that's where I'm going to go. Because I know that a high school student probably didn't hack that. Here, we're going to see some more information. We see it on the map again. We see the principal, the phone number. This is the link directly to the actual official school website. But we're looking for demographics, performance, and school culture. That's where we're focusing our search. And those are the three things I advise for you for no matter what school you're searching. So let's start with demographics. If you click on that, you get this over here. Let me move you over here with me. And wrong one. There we go. Okay. So now you can come here with me and you see that Tampa Bay Technical High School is only 15% white and then would be about 85% minority. There are about 2,000 children. Now, there is no demographic composition that makes a good school. There is not one that makes a bad school, and there isn't one that makes a mediocre school. What we're looking for when we're looking at demographic composition is your comfort, your passion, and no matter what we're looking at, we're looking for your competitive advantage. Okay? So if you have a passion or feel most comfortable in a diverse population, here we have a lot more diversity. We don't have 1,000 of any kind of student here. So almost there, it's close, but we're very diverse, whereas Strawberry Crest High School is not very diverse. It's almost exclusively white and Hispanic. And then Steinbrenner is almost not diverse at all. It's almost exclusively white. So it's not what makes a school good or bad. It's just where's your comfort, where's your passion, and how does that give you a competitive advantage? So if you've spent your whole life volunteering for or working for causes that help people or minority people overcome their obstacles and become successful, then that gives you a competitive advantage at Tampa Bay Technical High School. If you are bilingual and your second language is Hispanic and you have a passion and high level of comfort with working with the Hispanic community and helping them maybe to use their bilingual skills to improve their lot in life, then Strawberry Crest is a better high school for you, and that gives you a competitive advantage. If you are white and you're most comfortable in a mostly white school, then Steinbrenner High School is going to be the place where you're most comfortable. Okay, so that's the demographics. Then we're going to go back to the county website, and let me bring you back over here with me. And we're going to now look at the school improvement plan, which for some reason, unbeknownst to me and very upsetting to me, it will not let the public access, even though there is a public access tab, you can't get in. But anyway, so this part isn't going to help you when normally that would be enormously helpful. But we are going to get some more demographics here. We see it's 85% minority. But more importantly here, because we already knew that, we see that it is Title I, which means that there are federal monies and resources available to teachers at this school. But the reason that they're available is because 72% of the students would be considered impoverished because they qualify for free and reduced lunch, which means while the federal government might have resources available, the students might not. So you're not going to be able to expect students to bring laptops or to have tablets or fancy scientific calculators. And realistically speaking, with a 72% free and reduced lunch rate, you're probably providing paper, pens, pencils, notebooks, and things like that. So if that's the kind of thing that, makes you feel good and that's where your comfort level is, then these are further indicators as the good school for you. But if you're not of that mind, that's not where your comfort level is, then it's not a good school for you. Also, there are specific strategies for assisting students in Title I schools. And if you're really gung-ho about being in this school, you might want to look those kinds of things up, and that would give you then a competitive advantage there. We're going to go look now for test results, and we're going to if you know much about Florida and education, you know that we don't have the FCAT anymore. I didn't like this website, but I liked this one, and they have lots of schools and counties, and it looks like even other states. So this should be a good source for you at theledger.com. But here you can see, as we saw on the other page, that Tampa Bay Technical High School is an amazing school, which means they're high performing. So now you have a competitive advantage and a talking point if you have leadership evidence and evidence of your excellence, places you've performed well in sports, in school, in your community involvement, places where you've been in leadership roles. They're going to like that you're the kind of person who pursues and accomplishes excellence elsewhere, because that's going to indicate to them that you're ready to be excellent with them as well. They've only had one C, nothing lower than a C, and only one C in the last 10 years. Everything else has been an A or a B. 2014 was an A, but the 2015 grade is not out yet. So when we look here, we want to look at, we don't do the FCAT anymore, but they haven't published the scores for the new test because there are predictably issues. So if we go to the FCAT scores, we will see that in reading, we're right there with the county and the state. In high school in Florida, we don't use math or science FCAT. And in writing, we did better, a little better than the county and the state on average. Let's go back to the home page, and let's look at the Tampa Bay Technical High School main page. And there are a lot of good points there too, but we'll talk about that in just a minute. So here you can see that reading did much lower than math, writing, and science. So again, anything you can add in talking points for how you can contribute to the school's reading score in any way. Even if you want to be a shop teacher, talk about how you want them to do current events in shop, or you're going to make them do reports out of a trade magazine or something like that. Now, be honest, I'm not talking about lying, but just this is information that gives you a competitive advantage. And I wanted to come back here real quick to the previous page, and here we'll start talking about gains. So here for 2014 points earned, we've this here, high standards in math. Again, you see that this is higher than the other categories. Reading gains is also lower here than making math gains. So you can see this confirms in gains as well as in pure performance that anything you could do where you could incorporate reading in your talking points and ways in which you hope to contribute to the school reading score, I can guarantee you that's going to be on the school improvement plan if we could see it. So now let's go back over to the county site, and we're going to, so we're back on the county site, and this is going to be the end of video 1. and I'm going to show you how to learn more about the culture of the school through the school website in video 2. So that's what you need to know about demographics and performance and how to show your competitive edge.